Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a cockatiel. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the top part of the body. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. On the top left side, draw another circle as a guide for the head. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. Make this circle about 2/3 the size of the first circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. Inside the head, draw a horizontal line as a construction guide to help you place the facial features later. On top of the head, draw a long sloping line as a guide for the crest. Pay attention to the length of this line in relation to the head. On the bottom right side, make a small mark for the first part of the lower section of the body. Connect the small mark to the big circle using curved lines to finish the guide for the lower section of the body. This guide should be similar to an upside-down arc. Connect the head to the body using sloping lines to create the guide for the neck. The shape of the neck should be wide. Under the body, draw a long sloping line as a guide for the tail. The length of the tail should be about the same size as the entire body. Under the body, draw 2 short sloping lines as guides for a branch. Place these lines on the lower left side of the body. Draw 2 short curved lines that connect the body to the branch as guides for the feet. Curve the feet along the shape of the branch. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. Place the eye on top of the horizontal construction guide and near the center of the circle. When you get the size and position of the eye right, darken the shape. As you darken the shape, make the sides pointier for the corners of the eye. Draw a couple of curved lines around the eye for creases. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. In the middle of the eye, draw a small circle and shade it in for the pupil. On the left side of the head, draw a curved vertical line for the first part of the beak. Draw this line slightly lower than the horizontal construction guide. At the bottom, bend the line back up to create the tip of the beak. Extend the bottom of the beak to the right so that it's inside the head. On the right side, draw a series of short strokes for the feathery base of the beak. Close off the shape at the top with a short line. Below that, draw a short curved line for the bottom part of the beak. Draw more short strokes on the right side for the feathery base of the beak. At the top, draw a short curved line for the top section of the beak. Draw the top edge using short strokes. Inside this section, draw a small circle for the nostril. Darken the line on top of the head for the first part of the crest. Darken the front part of the circle too so that it creates a long continuous line. To the right, lightly sketch a curved vertical line to create the first thin section on the crest. To the right, lightly sketch another long thin shape for another section on the crest. Continue to draw more long thin shapes to the right for more sections on the crest. Follow the path of the guides as you draw these shapes. The farther down you go, the smaller the shapes should be. When you get the shapes of the crest right, darken the lines. Use a series of short strokes as you darken the shapes to create a feathery texture. Use straight lines for the left edges of each shape and short strokes for the right edges. Add a short sloping line at the bottom for the back of the head. Gradually change the size and orientation of the shapes the farther down you go. The bottom shape should have a horizontal orientation and should be small. Draw a series of short strokes along the bottom edge of the initial circle for the bottom of the head. Add a few short strokes inside the head to create a feathery texture. Inside the body, lightly sketch a big curved shape for the folded wing. Make the top of the folded wing round. The folded wing should take up a big space inside the body. The bottom of the wing should overlap the guide for the tail. Make the bottom of the wing thin and pointy. Draw a few curved lines along the middle of the shape for feathers. When you get the shape of the folded wing right, darken the lines. The bottom of the wing should be similar to a thin triangular shape. Use the short curved line as a guide to draw the foot. Draw the shape of the foot along the path of the guide. On the left side, curve the shape down to create the toe. Make the tip of the toe thin and pointy. On the right side, draw a short curved line for the toe that points backward. Use the short curved line that's higher up as a guide to draw the other foot the same way. Draw the shape of the toe along the path of the guide. Draw a smaller curved shape near the bottom for the smaller toe. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the body. Simply darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. Darken the line at the bottom for the first part of the tail. Draw a couple more sloping lines to the left to make the shape of the tail wider. The tail should be wide at the top and thin and pointy at the bottom. Darken the lines under the feet to create the branch. Now go over the final lines with permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Take your time and be careful when you ink your drawing to avoid any accidents. Don't ink the initial guidelines, only the final drawing. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Now color your drawing. Cockatiels have a variety of colors and patterns, so you can color your drawing however you'd like. For a standard look like this one, color the main part of the body gray. Use dark gray and a bit of blue to create shadows across the body. Shadows will give the figure more dimension and volume. Color lightly at first and gradually build up to darker colors. For a light shade of a color, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for a darker shade. Leave a long section blank on the folded wing for the white feathers. Use dark gray to color the beak. Leave a thin strip blank on the beak for a highlight. Use light gray for the front part of the body. As you color, use strokes that go in the direction of the feathers. The feathers mainly have a vertical orientation throughout the body. Slowly and gradually blend the colors together. Push down slightly harder on your pencils to blend the colors together. Draw a few sloping lines inside the bottom of the wings for the edges of the individual feathers. Add a bit of gray to the white section on the wing. Color the eye dark brown. Use different shades of red and orange to create the bright cheek patch in the head. The shape of the cheek patch doesn't have to be perfect. Just draw a big curved shape under the eye. Color the rest of the head yellow. Use a bit of brown and orange to create shadows on the head. Make the tips of the crest darker. Color the branch using different shades of brown. Draw a series of short strokes across the body using dark gray to create a feathery texture. Keep coloring until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the cockatiel. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.